Hello, everybody. My name is Ariel Vega. And for those of you that don't know me, I'm a man of many different interests. I enjoy pro wrestling. I enjoy superheroes. I'm very much into comic book superheroes. A bit of a nerd there, or comic book geek there. So I enjoy stuff like Marvel, like DC. I watch a lot of anime too. I've been getting more into anime lately. I've been checking out anything between the older stuff like the Dragon Ball Z and Super and Naruto and Bleach and all these different animes to a lot of the current popular ones like Hunter, Cross Hunter and Demon Hunter. And I know Death Note is old, but I'm checking that out. I've been getting into anime lately. I kind of step in and out of anime, but I've been getting back into anime. And I enjoy... I'm a big action movie guy. Just quick introduction to me. I'm a big action movie guy, too. I really enjoy anything martial arts. So stuff from like Jackie Chan, Jet Li, the recent Cobra Kai, Karate Kid stuff. You know, I've really been into those. And first and foremost, I'm ashamed of myself that I didn't mention this right off the top. I'm also a Bible-believing Christian as well. And I never did a actual public a direct public publishing video on this channel of mine, because in reality I kind of do a gaming content on a different channel called Vega Gameplays. Vega, I'm sorry, I changed the name of it. It's been a while. Vegaverse Gaming. I'm trying to get used to my new name on my new channel. And I'll upload some videos sometimes on that channel and do some live streams on Twitch. Same name, Vegaverse Gaming. And I mostly, when it comes to content creation, I focus on that gaming, on the two gaming channels on Twitch and YouTube. But this channel, you're gonna know me. You're gonna, you know, this is just regular me. No character. On my gaming channels, I'm kind of, you know, I'm a little more comedic, a little more loud, a little more goofy. This is me. This is true me. So, with that being the case, I want to talk about one of my loves. And one of my loves is professional wrestling. And today's video is basically, after a quick intro that I just gave, I want to talk about pro wrestling companies that I enjoy. I bounce between WWE and sometimes I'll watch a TNA pay-per-view. Sometimes I'll watch a Ring of Honor. You know, a lot of the times in terms of consistent viewing in my pro wrestling, I jump between WWE and AEW. Now, I have no problem telling anybody straight up. If you're wondering where my first love is, where my ultimate love is in professional wrestling, it's WWE. I'm a WWE fan. Overall, before any other company, I know I'm a WWE guy. And I'm just being straight up with it. But I want to also look at everything I enjoy objectively. And the reason why I want to look at everything I enjoy objectively is because, you know what? Constructive criticism can help the very product you enjoy. Now, I know regardless of me making it clear where my allegiance is, going forward, every word that comes out of my mouth is suspect on what you're going to think my opinion is on any company. That's just... that I just ruined everything. I told you what he likes WWE, so whenever he talks about AEW, take everything with a grain of salt. Or, he likes WWE, so anything he says about TNA is invalid, right? Or whatever. I just know that, because unfortunately, that's human beings today. That's just the way we are. Once we get a feeling of how, once we think we can read someone, now we start with the labeling. Now we start with whatever helps our brains to understand and figure people out. So I know that going forward, every opinion I say now is going to be, it's going to be suspect now. It is what it is. But I don't think there's any shame in admitting when you are a fan of a specific company or a specific product. In reality, I don't care if you are the most hardcore AEW fan in the world. I will still openly listen to your opinion, because you may have something that will challenge my thoughts and my thinking on a certain product. I think it's honestly that simple. And because, again, at the end of the day, constructive criticism improves the product. And I just want to speak on that, because I feel like we had this weekend, right? On the 20th, I believe, of September, which I think was Saturday. This past Saturday, we had day one of what everybody called the streaming wars. Because, again, fanboys always got to compete. We can't just be fans of something. We got to compare. And that's normal. That's fine, because there's comparisons to everything in life. You're going to like a certain car more than another car. You're going to like certain style of music more than another style of music. You're going to like certain foods more than other foods. It is what it is, dude. That's human life. We always are trying to compare and either support what we think is better or convey what we think is better. So I had Saturday off, and I watched WrestlePalooza. I was actually going to go to my one of my closest friends, Marcel Gunn. Shout out to his channel, KC4L Wrestle Takes, if you guys want to, look that up. And I love Marcel like a brother. That man is family. If anybody called me on the phone, one of the biggest fears of my life is losing people I love and care about, right? And my friend Marcel is someone that he's kind of my only high school friend that I still have today. We've known each other actually since, I want to say, junior high. He's kind of my only childhood school friend. You get what I'm saying? Everybody else kind of moved on, and I'm not, nothing negative, nothing bad, but they kind of moved on, and that's so he's close to my heart is what I'm saying, because I've known him for like a long time. And we've been boys since. If anybody called me on the phone and told me, hey, he's no longer with us, he's dead and gone, I legitimately don't know what my reaction would be. I don't know how I would react. I don't know how I would take it. Just saying that to express how much I love this guy. So, I know he's a big AEW guy. I may listen to his podcasts or his YouTube videos. And we won't agree all the time on professional wrestling ideas or thoughts or views or opinions. There are times where I feel he's convincing enough, and I'm like, you know what? He's got a point there, and I hear him out. And then I end up sharing his opinion. There are times where I'm like, I think you're right, but let me chew on that one a minute before I decide to fully jump in. And then there's moments where I just flat out don't agree with him at all, and please don't be mad at me and not talk to me ever again because I don't agree with you, which thankfully, it is, as many disagreements we've had, that hasn't happened. But the one thing that I want to call out, and I'm just bringing that interaction up to show my point of how I feel wrestling fans need to start being in the wrestling community. Because right now, we had 2 wrestling pay-per-views that happened on Saturday. We had WrestlePalooza and then AEW All Out. And I remember committing to only watching WrestlePalooza. And it's not because I'm against AEW. I actually love that AEW exists. All these wrestling fans want AEW to die and go away. I don't ever want that. I believe that competition is good because it makes companies compete for our eyeballs and our money, and it makes the other company want to do better. If there was no competition, then they would be lazier than what they already are today. Today, wrestling companies, I'm starting to think, unless they have a big event, they don't really push on the creative side of wrestling. That's why right now we're struggling to decide which one do we think we prefer, AEW or WWE. And in my opinion, the reason why everybody is saying both pay-per-views were bad is because both companies are lazy. And at this point, you have one company that is making you choke on professional wrestling and refusing to give you a single discount whatsoever to enjoy their product, which is AEW. You got to pay $50 pretty much. It's literally cheaper to watch professional wrestling anywhere else but HBO Max. You already know about the streaming rights to HBO Max. Whatever, right? That was a downfall. That was easily their biggest L all year long. And nobody's happy with what they came up with. So, you're paying literally anywhere between $50 to $70 on Max just to watch all things AEW. That sucks. WWE went from $10 to $30, right? And I'm not going to bring up any special ways in which you can watch it for free because everybody, they got their illegal websites, or they got their ESPN program app thing running through their phone service, whatever. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about straight up standard way they expected you to watch the show. And the truth is, at the end of the day, one company wants to make you pay $30. The other one wants to make you pay $50. One company, while they're charging you more money, like WWE, is giving you less matches, like WWE. The other company is giving you more matches and charging $50 because they don't want to give any affordable way whatsoever to be competitive with WWE in order to watch the product. And then, on top of that, sometimes these matches, while everybody's like, oh, I'm paying $50 for 12 matches. Yeah, literally 1/3 of those matches are basically Dynamite or Collision matches that could have happened on TV and didn't need to show up on a pay-per-view. So in other words, you're paying $50 for a bloated pay-per-view. And it sucks. On either, you literally have to pick your poison. It's a pick your poison situation. So my personal pick, because I'm trying so hard these days to get more bang out of my buck as much as I can. My alarm, my bad, letting me know I better clock in 10 minutes. My pick, I go for WWE. And the reason why I go for WWE is because I honestly think that they're the more affordable option. Some people I already know, oh, get your money up, buddy, or your money's weak, you don't make a lot of money, you probably got a broke job that pays you like $10 an hour. Nah, I got decent money. It's just I got better things to spend my money on than professional wrestling. And while I don't want to totally give up professional wrestling, I don't want to be spending so much money to watch professional wrestling. So the way I see it, I can watch WWE because right now that's the most affordable way. I get ESPN program free, and all I'm really paying is $10 to Netflix so I can watch it. So the way I see it, WWE is costing me $10 a month, not $50 every month. So that's why I picked WWE. Now, just because I'm saving money doesn't mean I'm necessarily getting a better product. The one ultimate thing I want to challenge in this video is for everybody to start balancing out realistically what you're getting out of both companies for a product. And then just be honest and call out the good and bad. And then pick a side. The one thing I saw from a lot of WWE wrestling communities in the YouTube space is too many of them are being little girls. Too many of them are being, I don't know what to call them, cowards. They're cowards. Because I'm hearing, oh, they both suck. Yeah, they were both equally bad. Meanwhile, I watched both, and I'm a WWE fan, and I will tell you, I don't think they both sucked. I actually think AEW All Out was better. Now, granted, the only reason why they look better to me could be because they had a lot of fluff in their matches. You know, a lot of stipulations. Oh, let's have this ladder match stipulation to make this tag match with absolutely zero build mean something, so that way they see the ooh and ah when we ooh and ah when the car crashes happen, right? So that's one perspective. Another perspective I can go for is, let's have a 4-way with Toni Storm with all these women. No build, no story. The main premise of the story was Toni Storm, who looks like an idiot right now, went out and said, hey, you know what? I want a 4-way. I'll take all 4 of you. And that's how these women got in there. Now, we had some stories, sure, with Chris Statlander. And obviously, the push was to give Chris Statlander a title match. But in reality, that doesn't justify the other 2. Jamie Hayter basically got thrown in there because it was stupid to have Jamie Hayter back since All In, and we haven't really put her in a PLE since. And then you look at Tekla, and she's kind of the new face. So yeah, sure, let's throw her in a pay-per-view. And as far as I'm concerned, those 2 was basically reduced to enhancement, when really it was about Chris Statlander getting her big win. Which, congratulations, she deserves it. But that's my point. Fluff. MJF and Mark Briscoe, that match literally could have been on Dynamite. I don't even think that's something that we should be using MJF for. I feel like MJF is underutilized. But because he's got that contract, I guess they can do whatever they want with him. They can make him win, they can make him lose, whatever. All right? Whatever. Then we had another match with the return of Eddie Kingston. Look, I love Eddie Kingston and he's great. But that match literally felt like it could have been on Dynamite. So again, my point, fluff. But then we go to WWE. And WWE wants to, because All Out had all this carnage, we need a little bit of that on our show. So what are we going to do? We're going to go ahead and we're going to make that tag match out of nowhere a no DQ. And how we're going to make it happen is, it's not supposed to be a no DQ, but LA Knight's going to be the referee. We're going to throw him in there. And since he's the referee, he's going to just let anything happen. So that way, that way we can get some carnage like AEW had carnage in their pay-per-view. Oh, and while we're at it, let's kick off the show with John Cena getting beat up in 10 minutes during his retirement tour. So we can start a eventual rematch at Perth whenever Crown Jewel comes in. Which, by the way, they only have 3 weeks to build for. So my point is, and look, again, I'm criticizing WWE And I'm just told you straight from the start, I'm a WWE fan. I'm only doing this because I want to exemplify what it is to fairly criticize companies, even if you love them. And guess what, guys? I didn't die. I'm still alive. I'm still speaking. It's not like, oh, shoot. Now my life is my life is in danger because I criticized 2 companies I love. The whole point of this video is just call it down the middle. And please be honest about the product you love. And that's all I want to say in this first video. And yes, I said first video or first audio log because I will be doing more of these. I think I'm going to start expressing opinions about wrestling and, whatever. Wrestling, gaming, whatever. This is just a video channel about me and my interests. And wrestling is one of them. So that's my opinion. I hope you guys enjoyed hearing me out. Tell me what you think in the comments. Leave a like if you enjoyed this. And that's it. I'll catch you guys next time. I don't know if I'll be doing episodic reviews. Maybe I'll do like a once a week wrestling roundup. I don't know. Let's see how this does. But I hope you guys hear me out. Hope you respect what I'm saying. I hope I didn't offend nobody. That's not the point. But if I'm telling you the truth and you're being offended by that, well then pray about it. I don't know what to tell you. Until then, God bless you guys. Know your love, and I'll see you guys next time on the next one. Bye-bye.